morning, everyone, or good afternoon. It's noontime, and we are just taking the week to take a look at the life of Jesus and what was going on during this week. I'm Pastor Bill.
I'm Pastor Deanna.
So, we want to start with the fact that, just kind of a backstory, yesterday was Palm Sunday, which is where Jesus rode into Jerusalem. Everybody was there for Passover and that celebration. There is estimated that there was a couple million people in Jerusalem. So this was a big deal. The crowds were just enormous. When they found out that Jesus was coming into town, people were just literally going crazy to see him, to be a part of his life. I'm sure that some came expecting some healings, miracles, as he had done in his ministry. A very, very cool day.
Yeah.
So much excitement, so much going on. It's hard to believe that in less than a week, everything's going to change. And those people that were loving on him, those people that were literally fighting each other to be able to see him, to touch him, to be a part of this event, are the same people that are going to turn on him and ensure that his death takes place. So that was Sunday. Today, Monday, Jesus is in Jerusalem, and he's doing what his mission here on earth was. He is going to the temple. His intention is to just sit there and teach and be a part of the people, be with the people, be a servant to the people, and just take care of them. I just want to read just a little bit of scripture here, just to show you what was going on. And you can find this scripture in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. You don't find it in John. Matthew 21, starting with verse 12. And then you've got Mark chapter 12, starting with verse 15. And what I'd like to read for you is Luke chapter 19. I'm going to start with verse 45 and just read a couple verses here for you. It says, when Jesus entered the temple courts, he began to drive out those who were selling. It is written, he said to them, my house will be a house of prayer, but you have made it into a den of robbers. And here is just a glimpse of what was going on. The religious people that were taking advantage of all the people that were around were there again. They were in the temple. They were taking advantage of the people. The people had come. They traveled quite some distances, some of them. And we've got to remember, no paved roads, no BMWs. They're making their way probably by donkey or something like that, just the way that Jesus did. So when they get there, they need food. They need food for their animals. They need food for them and their kids. And here we find the religious people taking advantage of them. They're setting up in the temple where the people are going to gather. And they are, just like during the census at Christmas time and stuff, they're taking advantage of the people. They're selling things for a lot more than they're worth, a lot more than they need to be. Jesus gets there. Jesus is angry. He's ticked. To the point where he starts turning over the tables. He's angry. He tells them to get out of his temple. He tells them, you know what? This temple was built to be a place of prayer for God, and instead you're taking advantage of God's children. Shame on you. Just to finish up this scripture, it says, every day he was teaching at the temple, but the chief priest, the teachers of the law, and the leaders among the people were trying to kill him. Yet they could not find any way to do it because all the people hung on his words. These religious people were just so upset because their whole lives were crashing before them. They had spent their lives telling these people what God wanted out of them, telling them what they needed to do, and all the time the end game was for these religious people to become rich, wealthy, high in power, and all of a sudden Jesus is on the scene and their gig is up and they're not happy about it. So this is just one day where they're just trying to do whatever they can to get Jesus out of the way. How do we get rid of him and bury the body so that nobody ever finds it? And you know, we still find this today, and we have to be very careful because there's a lot of churches and televangelists and this and that use the guise of the banner of Christ, Christianity, spirituality, to build these mega churches, to to fill their pockets with wealth, and some of them become greedy. And that is just something that irritates God. You know, we've been talking on Wednesday night, we've been doing a Bible study, and one night we were talking about anger and how the Bible teaches us that anger is not bad if it's godly anger. And if it's for the right reasons, and you're angry in the right way, and things play out. And this is a perfect example of anger is okay. We should be angry when people are using the name of Christ for their own gain. When people are using the name of Christ for things that have nothing to do with Christ or Christianity. And that's how, frankly, the church has gotten a bad rap, is because of things like this. And Jesus taught us. He said, you know what? Don't do it. And he was angry about it, and he taught us how to have godly anger. And then he just went about his day. He said his piece. He did his thing. He took care of business, and then he went right back to why he was there, which was teaching the people and showing them who Jesus Christ was, why he was here, and what he was all about. Pastor D?
So something I picked up when we were talking about the Pharisees and their gig being up, I believe in the three books that Clearing the Temple is in, that all three times it mentions the Pharisees challenging his authority, almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, you're gonna put us out. We're not gonna be making money like this anymore. Who are you? Who do you think you are? How can you prove that you're here by God? And again, it took a lot of guts to just stay up to Jesus and be like, what right do you have to be here to do this?
And the thing is, they were trying to discredit him
Mm-hmm.
from start to finish.
Yep.
But the bottom line is, they were so nervous because they really did know
Yeah.
who he was. It wasn't that they were actually denying him. They
Yep.
were just saying, oh, if he comes,
Mm-hmm.
life as we know it is over. We're going to have to do something for a living. We're going to have to get right with God. We're going to
Right.
have to get right with these people. And who knows? I mean, you know, nowadays, if somebody's been taking advantage of somebody and all of a sudden they got found out, you might not never see those people again. I
Mhm.
mean, especially here in Fort Wayne, you know, you look at the murder rate and the crime rate and stuff, and people just don't put up with that kind of stuff. So,
And they get desperate, and desperate people are unpredictable. Yeah, anyhow, I thought that was interesting, and I noticed also in all three books that the series of parables that he taught, and how very well putting together things for the Pharisees so that they could see that he was talking about them, which
Absolutely.
only pushed them further, only made them more angry, only made them seek even more.
well, and you know, there again, and I don't understand it. I'm not sure how you could take another life, but you know, the saying is, desperate times call for desperate measures. And we see, okay, I'm a Paula Zahn fan. I watch On the Case with Paula Zahn a lot, and 9 times out of 10, the cases that she's investigating, reporting on, people killed out of desperation.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's exactly what's happening here.
Yep.
They're desperate because they know he's in Jerusalem.
Mhm.
There's millions of people. he's going to be more popular,
Yeah.
and people are going to see him and believe in him more than even they ever have. We got to take care of this, and we got to stop this right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, they're 100%. Their authority was being questioned. Their livelihood was being questioned. Um, they did not want to have to explain to people why they weren't making money like they used to be. So yeah, 100%. They were desperate to not be in a position of public disgrace, of personal disgrace, any of that.
And it just boils down to uh, simple teachings of Christ. And Dad always said, if you're doing what's right, you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
And these people definitely weren't doing right, and they were worried.
And rightfully so.
So,
Definitely.
okay. Well, that's basically what was happening on Monday. And the thing that strikes me too is I was thinking about this last night as I was just studying and just spending some time in prayer. The interesting thing is Jesus knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Jesus knew that these people were going to turn their backs on him.
Yeah.
He knew that they were going to put him to death. That was part of the plan.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
Jesus smiled because they're falling right into the plan.
Right.
But anyhow, the interesting thing for me is Jesus knows what's going to happen. He knows
Yeah.
his fate. He knows that these people are, they're loving him today. They're going to hate him tomorrow.
Yep.
And he still spent the day. He still spent the week teaching them,
Spending time
loving
with them.
on
Yep.
them, spending time with them,
Yep.
just like nothing was going to happen.
Yep.
And that's kind of neat because we get worried and we get scared about things that we have nothing to get scared about because
Right.
we can't see the future.
Right.
And a lot of times the future doesn't play out the way that our mind will twist it.
Definitely not.
But here's Jesus, and he
And he
knows
knows.
exactly what's going to
Yeah,
happen.
he does.
And
Yeah.
he's just
Letting it go.
he's doing what he needs to do. He's
Yep.
doing what God has called him to do. And that in itself is a lesson.
Yep.
So,
His words never return in vain.
that's right.
Period. He knew that they'd remember when it was all said and done what they needed to remember.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, before we go, we would just like to just shout out again what's happening here at Tillman Church this week. And it doesn't matter if you call Tillman Church your home or not. There's no membership here. Everybody's welcome here. And Pastor Deanna and I are working really hard to just make sure that we know what Easter is all about. And I've been proclaiming this for several weeks. I believe with all my heart that Easter is the most important holiday
Yep.
in the Christian life. And people will argue with me all day long and say, no, Christmas is the major holiday. But without Easter, without the death and the burial and the resurrection,
Yep.
and the offering of a relationship through all that, doesn't matter if Christ was born and came to earth or not. So
Yep.
really, we just want to spend the week and make sure that everybody realizes what Easter is all about. Just some things that are going on here at Tillman Church that we just want to remind everybody about. Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, worship practice is going to happen at 5 p.m.
And Wednesday, we're not going to have prayer meeting or Bible study like usual.
Okay. Thursday really starts some of the activities that we're doing. At 6 p.m., we are going to do a Seder dinner here, a representation of what happens in a Jewish home during the Passover celebration. It's interactive, and everybody's welcome. That starts at 6. All we ask is, hey, my number is 260-433-4404. Pastor D, what's yours?
260-348-2561.
If you're going to come, and I'm not saying you have to, you're welcome, period, plain and simple. But if you know you're going to come, give one of us a text or a
Yeah.
call just so that we can make sure that we have plenty of food here and everything. Don't come hungry because it's not that kind of dinner.
No. Yeah, it's not. You're not going to get full. Eat before you come.
But we're going to have the Seder dinner starting at 6. After that is going to be a foot washing opportunity. And, you know, we've been saying this all along, but, you know, share our gig with people.
You know, foot washing is a one-of-a-kind experience. You don't experience anything like it in any other ordinance that we do in the church. It is such a cool thing. And here's the thing. If you don't want to wash feet, don't wash feet. But I encourage you, just come and see what it's about. Feel the Spirit move in that room. And just enjoy yourself. If you decide you want to jump in, go for it. But we won't force you.
Absolutely. And I've got to tell you, you know, I've heard it all. I can't come because my feet are ugly and I don't want people to touch my feet.
Mhm.
I'm ticklish.
Same.
Somebody washes my feet, you know, I got to sit there and just do everything I can to not kick them.
Yeah, yep.
But I got to tell you this. I was one of the ones that nobody touching my feet.
Yeah.
You know, foot washing night, oh, I can't come. I got to get up for work early in the morning, whatever. I had all the excuses. Literally one night I forgot that it was
Oh.
foot washing and I showed up and then I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Everybody just saw me. And so I went through the experience. One of the most incredible things
It is.
I've ever experienced, and I've never missed an opportunity since then
Yep.
to participate in foot washing. So there's that. Friday at 5 p.m. here in the sanctuary, we are going to show the Passion of the Christ. We're going to have some beverages here, some refreshments, but we're not going to have snacks or anything. We'll take an intermission because it is kind of a long movie. We'll take an intermission for bathroom, but we're not going to make this a festivity. We want to really take a look, a glimpse, because
Yeah.
we'll never know,
No,
but a
absolutely not.
glimpse of what Christ went through on that day. So that starts at 5. There again, everybody's welcome. Don't care if you're just seeing this by accident or if you're part of the family, whatever. I got to warn you though, you come once, you're a guest, but when you leave, then you're family. You're
Every time.
You know, so
And we'll have some stuff for the kids to do. We're going to watch a movie, an Easter movie as well. And we'll have some snacks and stuff like that. So if you got little ones and you want to come see the Passion, come on, bring your kids with you. And they'll have something to do while you watch the movie.
okay. Then Saturday. Wow, I'm so excited.
So am I.
Saturday is our 3rd annual
Hard to believe.
Easter egg hunt for our community.
Mm-hmm.
Our church family is welcome to bring their kids and participate, but this
Yeah.
is a community event. We want everybody that's in the community to come out. The actual Easter egg hunt starts at noon. There's some special prizes for the kids,
Yes.
plenty of eggs.
Plenty
Uh,
candy.
We have set a record this year, and we're actually still going. In the
Yes.
next room, there are people that are actually still filling eggs, and we're up over a couple thousand eggs at this point. It's going to be a great time.
It will.
Bring out your kiddos, bring out your neighbors, bring out your grandkids, you know, whatever. And this is no strings attached.
Nope.
You know, I'm not going to preach at you. I'm not going to do anything. We just want our community to know that we're here. We're here for them, and that we love them.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yep.
That's just all it is. The actual Easter egg hunt starts at noon.
Yes, it does. It'll be quick. We need some volunteers still for 10:30ish to help us set up, and for 11 and to work the hunt itself. It goes so fast and it's so fun. It's so fun, but stay focused and soak in, because I tell you, you let the kids loose on Easter eggs, you don't have to tell them twice.
That's for sure.
You don't have to tell them twice.
That's for sure. So if you can come out at 10:30 and help us set up, or come out at 11 and help put eggs out, but most importantly, if you can come out 11:45 or noonish,
Oh, yeah.
and just plan on just loving on our community.
Yeah.
Okay, Sunday,
Whew.
Easter Sunday, Resurrection Sunday, a lot going on.
It is. We're going to start the day at 8:30. We're going to have a sunrise service, followed by...
At 9 o'clock, we're going to have breakfast, and we've got quite a spread planned. If you were here last year,
It was delicious.
it was a good spread. We
It
did
was
all right,
good.
didn't we?
We sure did.
All right.
And we had some snacks left over, so,
So come at 9. The breakfast is in the fellowship hall.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with our church, come on in, and somebody will help you get to where you need to be. And then after breakfast,
We're going to have our Easter service at 10:15. I'm super excited. I'm so ready to celebrate Easter.
absolutely. You know, this week leading up to this week is just so much work,
It is.
but it's so exciting.
It is.
It just doesn't even feel like it. So,
Nope.
And there again, I just want to say, Easter Sunday, everything, you know, it's open.
Yeah.
It's available to you. Whether you've ever been to Tillman Church before or not, come enjoy some breakfast. Come enjoy some teaching on Easter and what Easter is all about. Just come and enjoy yourself. No strings attached.
No.
You know, just feel the love of Jesus Christ. And you know what? That's something that, you know, all of us, I don't care who you
Yeah.
are, I don't care where you're at spiritually, I don't care, you know, all of us just need a little bit of a breather and know that we're loved.
Yes.
So,
Yes, we do.
anyhow, hey, just a quick note for the Tillman Church family. Our offices are going to be closed Monday. We've been putting in quite a bit of time and effort to get this all around so that people can just share in the love of Christ. And our families have taken some sacrifices and things. So we are going to we're going to close the offices on Monday. If there is an emergency, you know, you
Yeah.
can get a hold of one of us. But other than that, we're going to take Monday and just enjoy some rest and some family time. So,
Sounds great.
all right. Hey, if you have any questions, I think I threw this out there already. If you have any questions, need some details, whatever, Pastor Bill's number, 260-433-4404.
And Pastor Deanna, my number is 260-348-2561.
All right. Hey, thanks for spending some time with us today. Right now we're doing Facebook Live. As soon as we're done here, this will be available on Facebook later on, and this will also transfer over to our YouTube channel, Tillman Church. So,
Yep.
Hope you have a great day. Hope that you tune in tomorrow at noon, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.